Hello. I brought you out to the woods today because I'm going to talk about a subject that's pretty dear to my heart, and that's organics. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions about organic wine. Most people believe that they're going to get less sulfites or a more natural wine if they buy organic. Not necessarily true. While a really good organic grape grower will use less stuff or less manipulations when making their wine, organics has to do with grape growing, not winemaking. So, why should you consider even trying an organic wine? Well, let's take a look at the stats. In Europe, vineyards make up around 3.5% of all agricultural land. They use 15% of all chemicals. Now, these chemicals, while there have been studies that show that they actually make their way into the wine, they're in small amounts and it's debatable whether or not it will actually hurt you. But why take the chance? More importantly, there's a lot of studies that show that vineyard workers or people that work around these chemicals are more apt to neurological diseases like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. In fact, the French government since 2011 have linked 40 deaths, premature deaths, to the use of pesticides in vineyards. So, it's an environmental choice, it's a health choice. Now, do they make better wine? Here we got one from Chapoutier. It's a Chapoutier Bio. It's delicious. It's fresh. It's as good as a normal wine. And in fact, many times I find it actually better. Now, there's a whole movement in the wine industry towards organics. A lot of people, though, are still a little bit sketchy about the whole thing, and it does require a lot of work and extra investment. So, there's another type of certification out there called lutte raisonnée. So if you see on the back label, Terre Vitis, that means that that wine or the grapes were grown with lutte raisonnée, which means they use mostly organic methods, but when push comes to shove and they might have some sort of attack of some sort of fungus, they will resort to chemicals. Better than nothing. So, for all you sulfite people out there, because I get a lot of questions about this, 1% of the entire world's population is actually sensitive to sulfites. And if you think it's the headache, Sulfite intolerance usually means respiratory or digestive. Now, if you want to check to see whether or not you have a sulfite intolerance, get a bowl of dates or apricots that have been dried. Those have up to like 15, 20 times more sulfites than wine for the same amount of volume. Eat it. If you have no reaction, it ain't the sulfites. So, organic wine. It's the environmental choice, and quite often, it's a good wine choice. Talk to you next time.